Hello, Programming 12. We are going to be starting our Asteroids project today. Thought I would just show you the kind of final product. This is Brendan Chen's from, I guess, 2 years ago. Did a fantastic job on this project and shows you some of the fun things we're going to get to do with it. There's this intro screen, and you may have played this. It's a classic arcade game is there's so many free versions online you can play in your browser. So check it out when you're not on the firewall. As you can see, it involves a little spaceship, and the spaceship can fly. And there's asteroids. Surprise! Those asteroids bounce off each other. That's very nice. Oh, there's a UFO. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and I have a shield, but I don't have many of them. And I can fight back. I have a bullet. When it crashes, when it crashes into an asteroid, it turns into smaller asteroids. And I'm trying to blow up all the asteroids and not die. And you know what? It's a fun game. I spent many a day in the 1980s playing this in my basement. Loved it. And we're going to make it because it is a fantastic example of an object-oriented environment. We're going to get a focus on... Oh, I got shot. I'm going to just let myself float and pretend I'm not going to be stressed out about it. We're going to be learning all about... Oh, no, I'm so... No, God, okay, well, that's for the best. I died. So what we're going to be really focusing in here is object-oriented programming. A project like this will let us explore new concepts that we didn't get to do in Programming 11. One of the biggest concepts is going to be using superclasses and subclasses to save us time. A lot of the things in this game, the objects, the asteroids, the bullets, the UFO, the spaceship, the particles, they have a lot in common. So instead of programming that over and over again, we can put it in a superclass, and then other classes, the subclasses, can inherit it. Another thing we're going to learn about is array lists. So array lists are like arrays, except that they can grow and shrink. And that's going to be fantastic because if we used arrays, we'd have to have everything pre-made, or we'd have to have a huge empty space to add new things as they're created. But in asteroids, as you can tell, you start off, here I start off the game, there's this many objects, but as soon as I start shooting bullets, all these new objects appear. There's the little particles that explode. There are the UFOs that appear. There's more asteroids than there were at the beginning of the game. So these are all things that get added. And of course they get removed as well. This bullet, strikes the target. Get out of there. Once the bullet strikes the target, it is no longer there. It disappears. And then all those particles come out, and then they disappear, and they're no longer there. So we can add and remove objects during the course of the game in order to, simulate all these realistic things that are happening. Last but not least, we're going to be doing vectors. So vectors it'll be called a p-vector in processing. Vectors are very handy in terms of doing all these calculations of angles and movement. In the past, we used things like Vx and Vy and X and Y for a lot of stuff. So we're going to switch over to vectors, and I think that's going to be an improvement. We're going to have a lot of advantages that we're going to get from that. We'll have to learn a new thing, but that's what we're here for, right? And I think you'll like them once we do get into them. So that was Brendan Chen's. I don't know how to leave here. There's a stop. Maybe that's it. It worked. So thanks, Brendan Chen. You did a great job on that project. So what I'd like to show you is how do we get started on this project? We're going to have to do some of the good old-fashioned things that I have already done for a little preview project here to give you a sense of where to start. Once you have that, then you can get started with the lessons. Okay, so basically you just got to set up a standard empty project. We got ourselves, color palette. We got ourselves, the mode framework. We're gonna put in the keyboard and mouse stuff. Make your structure, your mode framework, and that kind of stuff. I went in and made some game intro screen, all those kind of things. Game over is still blank. Important to remember to put in your interactions. Like your mouse released part of the mode framework. And I have key presses as well. I'm going to use the arrow keys, but you use whatever you feel is your preferred set of controls for flying a spaceship. I'll probably have to put a space key in there, I realize, so you do that too. Otherwise, I do have a little intro screen, and I spent very little time on it. I just wanted to have something ready to go to show you. So, this is what mine looks like right now. Asteroids. No, no special fonts. Oh, I feel embarrassed. No, just kidding. It's fine. It's alpha stage right now, or beta. Not even beta. It's alpha stage. So I'm just putting in things temporarily. And I got a start button over here. Maybe I'll put something else over here. Oh, that's not good. I'll have to look in to see what's wrong with that. But I can go and start the project, and then this will start building the game. Utilities basically have things like functions for drawing buttons and that kind of stuff that you can port over from Programming 11 projects. And there you go. So if you can set that up, that would be great. Once you have this basic structure in place, begin the videos, or the rest of the videos, and we'll start talking about. I think p vectors will be our first thing we discuss. All right. Thanks everybody, and we will see you in the next video.